Gotta get him to curve through the guy. Look at that. I know this guy's in the way too. Do I have any old electrical tape here or masking tape real quick to get them out of the way so I can show you? Alright, let's go and peel this guy off a little bit. Stay there, buddy. I just need a little bit of you. There we go. Even a strand will do it. Alright, let me just take this guy out of the way real quick. He's just being a punk about it. If I type him here, will he cause some damage there? There we go. Alright, so I was thinking, you see how that we have that little piece of guy retreating here. See that right there? So what we can do with this guy is we can utilize him. See that? We bring his lip. Okay, see, hopefully none of these guys are assigned to fall on their own. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my muffler. My precious muffler here. That way you guys can see a little bit more of the down slope area. See if I can turn this. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so what I'm going to do is try to wrap him around. Oh. Something. Oh, that's a little tidbit. Okay, so see all these little junction areas here? Look, like this brown one here, look like it's just hanging by a string. Okay, so what we're going to do is try to do this way. We'll use this guy. We won't abuse him, we'll use him. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put a tie strap through. See what we're dealing with here. And knowing me, I like to keep everything consistent, so wherever my tie strap flowed previously, I want to keep it that way. So the tie strap is, the head is coming out first. So I'll put the head out like that. Okay, so let's see if I can get more of the split on there. Okay, let's go ahead and utilize this guy. Take out his back frame. I think he's connected to this bar, not to the gas tank. So he should be able to go through. There he is. He's going through. There we go. I can look like can I even reach? Oh man, this tie strap won't even reach. I should have some longer ones, so we'll probably have to go with some semi-medium one, but these are, yeah, we might have to even put two, unfortunately. I mean, I hate to use two tie straps and get away with one, you know? But yeah, they're not long enough. But these guys are too fat, but they're long. So it's like, golly, what's the trade-off? Or we can just use the big one and go over a little bit. We'll see. Let's see how this one works. Let's see. See there, this big. It's fine because we need to really focus on covering, helping reinforce this guy here, which I got him over. See there? I'm gonna go for it. This will be like our main strength one. Okay, I'm gonna clean this guy area here too. I think this will work. This will definitely work. So, I know we're blocking a few thread holes, but it's not gonna kill us. Alright, so let me tighten this guy. This GY6 4 now. I kind of like it when it says GY6. It doesn't say GY6, it says GY. So it says GY something, GY4, something like here. It's like, how do we know we're using, like, you know how Iron Man had different suit names, Mach 1, Mach 2. I think it Mach something now. I think everyone knows about the Mach now. I think it's catching on. Before, like, it's kind of cool that they let us know what Mach he's on now, what suit. It becomes more and more innovative. I really love that nano suit where it regenerates. Because it just gets better and better, his suits. I mean, he definitely utilizes, well, one thing, Hollywood technology. But it's just really cool. Alright, so there it goes. You can see how it's bending it a little bit weird. You know, this thing is not going all the way under. Wow, this is awesome. This is just strong. This tie strap here, now it's flexing his. Okay, so there we go. All these wires. Hopefully they will not come loose during this process. Be a pain in the butt to unravel them. But I think we're fine. I think this guy here is being tight. So you can see, but I don't like that curvature. It's causing this guy here. But what can I do, right? So I can probably put another small one now. Actually, we can't put small ones. They're all going to be pretty damn big. Huh. Let's see. Oh, we could have put a small one. We didn't have to go all the way through the loop, I don't think. Let's see if I'm wrong. See, there's a loop here. Right here. We could have. Let's see if I'm wrong. Should come from the other end now. There's another hole in the back there, I hope. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, there is another hole back there, but it's not curvaturing enough for it to happen until I force it. Okay, let's see if it actually will go through this loop. And it actually will give us the distance there to loop it fully. If that's the case, we can probably let the big one go. Again, the purpose of the small one, it has a little bit more finer teeth. It might not be like strong as far as weight hold goes, but it's strong where it goes for tightness, grip goes. It'll be stronger than the big one. So there's pros and cons to these. Oh, look, it does work actually. So we can, oh, let me beat it correctly. We can actually use the small one versus the big one. So let me go ahead and take this guy out. See, the small one will go. And so we cut the big one out now. He did his part for us. So we gotta get through the other loop here. Let me see if that metal one is away. Yeah, the metal one's right below that, so we can get that. Okay, so we cut the big one out now. Decided to upgrade my clippers here to one that I know that will cut either one. This guy, even though he shows rusty, he actually cuts better than the newer one. So watch. One pass, right? Well, come on. He did cut a little bit better. Alright, here we go. Cool. So we got the big one cut out, unfortunately. Alright, so now we have to decide how we want to loop this. Want to loop it the same way, same methodology, same madness. Let's see here. I should feed these guys through here first. Let me see. I want to straighten this guy out. Okay, I want to probably get a bit of this ground wire in there too as well. I feel like picking and choosing, right? And then I'm gonna go flatten these guys out here. Now I want to line this guy up with that little thread there. There we go. So I want to put pressure on here. Now we have to find out which loop will be best for him, and then we have to pretty much live with it. I think he's probably toward. Okay, when he swings down this way, he's probably toward this slot right here. There's a slot we'll probably want him to pretty much retire on. So we'll put that in there. Let's get him in a little snippet a little bit. Alright, so he's in a little snippet there. Okay, now let's get him over the metal. The metal, we're going to utilize that little metal piece. Oh, I should snip it in. Oh, I can. It's still okay. Come on. I'm trying to make sure he first lands on these guys. There you go. He's landing on here. He's landing on the top. See if he's landing on the bottom. Almost. There we go. Yeah. Alright, let's pull him a little bit tighter. Keep him aligned. Keep him aligned. Don't get him off that metal thread. Oh. Alright, buddy, how come you're not wanting to pull? Oh, I did it the wrong way. I put the spines on the outside. Of course, it's not going to grip. Alright, let's pull them back out. It's fine. At least we know. We can just flip them around, reverse them. I think we can still reverse them like this. Now have to pull them out a little bit. There we go. Reverse them. Oh, actually, they're both spines. What am I talking about? You got spines on both sides. Oh, man. You made me pull you out for nothing. Playing with us. Alright, so let's put them back in. Shouldn't be that hard. That's the line and back. Let's put this in a little ricket. Again, they're not going to be that strong as far as, you know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's not going to be that strong as far as weight load goes, but their teeth should be gripping a little bit more tighter because they have smaller ridges to actually go by. So let me make sure I get him on here, little crits area. Before I tighten any more. Okay, he's on here on this end. Let's make sure he's on this end. There we go. Come on. Maybe I gotta tighten a little bit more. Thing is, I can't. There you go. Got him in a little bit more. He's gonna have to decide now where he wants to go with this and where we want to go with this. There we go. That. Oh, there we go. This is the lock part now. Alright, so this almost looks like it's swinging. Now I can see why this thing actually pushes this guy back for that reason. Because his teeth. But that's okay. He's got him on there now. There you go. Now let's go and get the... We're going to use this, so we're probably going to pull. It might break. We're going to pull this guy. A little bit more finger muscle here. Alright, so there we go. I think he's snug pretty darn good where he's supposed to be. Let me just adjust him a little bit to the right. Helping this guy here stay to the right. Okay, let me go and tighten this a little bit more. Okay, that's it. See how it looks. Looks good on the top end. Should good look. Alright, so there goes a small little tie strap there. Now we'll go back and cut him off. Like what this cutter is, you can get a little bit more deeper in there. There you go. What do you think? Not bad? We were able to utilize this little back brace to help us. Well, curvature. Now we're going to go and get the rest of these guys here tight strapped down. Because they need to go through the same treatment. So we'll get another small one. And we'll take it to the farthest edge as we can. Let's keep it consistent. I believe the head, yeah, the head's in the right spot. We'll go through that little loop again because it looks like we could probably feed on each side one. But we'll take it to the farthest right. And then we'll also make sure we get a little bit of these guys to compact forward because we want to make sure we support them. There we go. These guys right here. So we want to get their connector ends. Now we're going to drag it to the farthest right. Okay, let's feed this through. This might work really well. Maybe just use 3 tie straps. Extra support here in case one breaks. Can we go a little further to the right? Yeah, we can. Let me go and loop this to the next one. There we go. This also helps set the path to, oh, well, once this gets in there, it'll help set the path to where it's supposed to designate to. Not that one, this one yet. Alright, it doesn't look like it's going to click unless I bring it a little bit further in, so before I drag it further, I want to make sure, yeah, it's gripping that guy's tail in, which is purposely what we want. Heck, we might even want to go further to the right, maybe. There we go. Take them all the way. Now, before we take them all the way, let's loop them back out of this because I want to get them all the way to the back area. There we go. No, I don't want you to be in between the two. So careful. You do it more, he's going to pull inside more. So it's kind of tricky, like a catch-22 in this one. I need you to go ride yourself over there to the other. There you go. There you go. I want him to be back here. See there? I'm not sure you guys can see it. It's black on black. Sorry. go. Tighten it now. Using our might. Okay, don't want to do too much. You don't want to over tighten it anyway because tie strap, you know, will eventually start giving up. They'll start breaking, but you don't want it too loose either because it won't put a little clamp hole in it. Now we're going to go and tie this neatly, cut it. That's what I like about this guy. Nice. Okay. 2 down, 1 more to go. Our third one here. Third one, same sort of scenario. We can sort of lay it low. Look like everything is coming pretty much fed through here, so we'll continue the pathway where we started. You know, in fact, with the third one, might be a little bit outside the rim. Yeah, we might have to put it out here. This is fine. We can put it out here. It's gonna be out the rim now. Okay, I do want to get a piece of this guy, a piece of that guy, a little piece of everyone, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and he's gonna be outside the bar. 2 was in the bar. The last third one here will probably be outside. Let's try to catch this guy too. We'll squeeze him in there. Help give him more of a hold. Looks like we got everything. Oh, except for we didn't get the top one. Let's go and get the top one as well. We'll get the GY wires as well on there. Try to get all the wires to kind of reinforce itself. Okay, let's move this to the furthest back slot, just like we did for the last right one. We're going to do for the left one. There we go. Make it over there. Nice. There we go. That made it over to the last slot, which that's what we wanted. Let's give it a good tug. Pull it forward, pull it backward. As long as it gets tight in there. And no wires are breaking in the process. We're happy. Okay, there we go. As tight as it could be. Now we're ready to cut it. Doesn't look too bad. Make sure I don't snip any wires. Alright, there we go. Get this guy tugged out of there. Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we got a total of 3 tire reinforcement. You can see here in the front now how it looks. There it goes. So when it drains, you know, all the fluid would drop out. Supposedly that's our ideal goal. These guys are also now reinforced as well. So they're not going to go anywhere and give us any problems, supposedly. They might need more slack, who knows, really. But yeah, there you go. They're tied to their insulator. So the insulator is gripping them on. And so I think this will work. This will work just beautifully. Alright, so there we go. We can loosen this guy's thing now. The GY, we can pull it out a little bit, give it some freeze. Okay, the GY is also reinforced. So this whole terminal is reinforced by tie strap now. And they shouldn't, you know, they shouldn't force themselves loose, because it looks like tie strap is forcing them to stay on. This might be a little bit concerning, but it doesn't seem so bad. I'm not sure what this blue wire is. I think this blue wire went all the way to the other end, right? Is there a broken connection here? I can't tell. I'm not sure if that's a broken connection or... Let me get the little light there that we have. Let's see real quick. Look at that. Oh, that's not the broken connection. That's just the yellow wire being forced from this right there, on the junction. But I think it's still jammed in there though. That's a good thing. There you go. Looks like a broken connection. Like right there, that yellow wire. That yellow wire is, I believe, is feeding which port? Let's see. It's this port here, the yellow and brown wire. It's mixing to this guy right here. This port right here. He's taking the most stress because of the fact that there you go. Yeah, he's taking the most stress because he's the furthest yank. Unfortunately, there was no way around him. But I think if as long as he's bent that way and he's permanently that way, he should be fine. I don't really like the wires exposed though. Might want to put some dielectric grease in there just to make sure. In fact, we might want to make sure, too bad we can't really do anything because of our wiring harness. The controllers might not work, but there's no reason why our wire harness wouldn't work. Actually, this one controller is already on there, right? So let's get our keys on, test out our wires to make sure they're all working, our bulbs and everything. So yeah, we could do that still. Even though we don't have the controller for the start working, we already have this guy plugged in, so he would control the lights for us. So let me get the keys. All right, let's go and turn this sucker on. The battery should also give us an indicator what the livelihood is. Now this thing comes, see that? It's starting to pull away from the chassis. That's the problem I had last time. See how that? It's slipping off. The thing is just not gripping. See that? It doesn't really flush. So I might need to, if I take this off, I'm going to troubleshoot that alarm too as well and do other things to it. So there we go. There's our battery level. Ooh, 12.9. We got to be a little bit better. Fortunately, we can't have the start button working. Our tail lights here are flashing red. You can't see the bottom, but here it is. Flashing red. Our signal lights here are good. Let's hit the signal switch. See that? It's the same controller harness. It worked. You see a little flashing on the left side. Okay, let's go and hit the right signal. See it flashing here, flashing there. Unfortunately, let's see if we can hit the brake lever. Brake lever, it's gonna be a little bit trickier. Let's see how we can do this. Pretty much we can swing this on here, right? Gonna hit the brake lever. Let's see if that tail light gets a little bit more blacker, more redder. I can't tell right now. Oh yeah, it is. Sweet. So everything's working. All right, let me go and get the high beam on. Look at that, stays on. What a flip switch. Oh, it's not on because, again, remember? But we can toggle it. Here we go. I thought I could. Oh, it's either flipped on or off. There's no toggling on this guy at all. The other one had a toggle, right? This one doesn't. It just either... Well, actually, this stays on. This would have been maybe the toggle. I don't know. I think one of them is a symbol for a toggle. And one of them off. But it's definitely not on because of our engine's not starting. But that shouldn't mess with anything with the harness on the tail end. The tail end only controls pretty much the signal lights, the rear light, the brake lights. So I think we're fine there. It's 12.8 now, so we better stop. Because our engine's not able to crank over yet. So yeah, so everything's good. The setup is good. So let's go and put dielectric grease before we close this deal because we want to protect all our terminal joints and everything. Now we got it sealed to where we want it to. So let's go and get some I wish I had that little smaller tube, I really do. I'm going to put this guy back. Just kind of lay it here for a second. All right. That's a mess here. It's an organized mess again. Just like what APM says. Okay, let's see. Ah, there it is, dielectric grease. Let's go and put some dielectric grease in the areas we need it to. Pretty much in there, all the areas. Now before we put dielectric grease, let's go ahead and just vacuum it cleanly. The reason why is we want to make sure we get all the dust and debris. We don't want to put dielectric grease on top of dust and dirt, right? So, knowing me, paranoid, let's go ahead and make room for our vacuum shop vac to come through. Bring this guy out. Anything else we need to clear out of the way. So we use 3 tie strap. We're expecting 4, but that's fine. Less is better, I guess. Okay, use a vacuum. Suck whatever needs to be sucked out of there. Now these joints here will take some pressure, which is a good pressure for them. They're not going to flick out or anything like that because they're bent like a coat hanger because the gauge wire is so strong. So even if the joints are not properly connected, since the wires are bented and they're probably going to be fixed like this, they're not going anywhere. It's just like the Golden Gate cable, right? It's really strong. So this might create a problem here because it's loose. So that's the only one, and he's the one that drives all the wires to the ground area. But that's okay. There's so many ground points. If this guy wasn't breaking, since these screws are touched to solid metal, which this whole frame here is carrying solid metal, this junction, and then this junction comes up with here. Even if this guy doesn't really function, but more than likely he is. But I just don't like that looseness feel of it. Feels iffy to me, you know what I mean? So we'll leave that one right there. Let's go ahead and put the electric grease. All right. Okay. So greasy, just want to grease off my hand. Look at this right here. This is probably from the paint. So we'll probably, you know what? I think this might have been from the paint too. So we can clean this guy up a little bit. Let's clean him up a little bit. This must be from the paint. Or not really. I can actually almost wipe it off. So let me go ahead and get a clean shop rag. Let's go and wipe that guy off as well. There we go. Where are these dirts coming from? We haven't even driven the scooter yet. I really don't know. It's like a ghost. It's like someone, maybe Night Rider or something, drove the scooter through their, yeah, I don't know, whatever they envision it, and then the scooter comes back as the condition if it was physically driven. That's spooky. Oh man. All right. There we go. I think we got it out. I don't know what it was. What could have got that little splat? It could be anything. It could be like our spray. We did spray quite a few things here and there. But these NCY shocks are incredible. They're nice. They're clean looking. They feel sturdy. They install pretty simply. Okay. Try to get a little bit more of that cloth in there. Get a little bit of that dusty grime out. Oh man, Captain Marvel movie came out now. I've been wanting to go see her, check it out, but it hasn't really caught my attention yet. I mean, maybe she's the new cast that I'm not familiar with in the cinematic. I'm sure it's been in the comics forever, but I just been following it only on cinematic view. So if it's not something I see it on normally in the movies or heard about her, so now it might not really build me. The same thing with Iron Man. I first like, oh man, another, because Rocket Man came out before him and then Iron Man came afterward. I'm thinking, oh, not another Tin Man movie or something like that. I don't want to see a guy flying with a piece of metal. That doesn't really appeal to me. But then when I saw how cool the suit was, like, oh yeah, and the lifestyle, that's what I want. It's like an Alan Mask lifestyle. Without the real scenario of him sleeping on the couch night and day and trying to figure out his Tulsa. Alright, so we didn't start the engine, so I'm comfortable to rub this now. The exhaust, or else I wouldn't. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so here we go. Look at that, see? Always finding something new. What's the deal with this? I swear, if it wasn't laying here and then someone just brought it back to me, I thought they took it out for off-road racing because I'll think, hey, look, I didn't get this dirt before. I didn't get this before, but you don't see it until you start noticing when you're detailing it. You start seeing everything come out, like even right here. Come on now. This should have some fresh dielectric grease as well in there. So we could put dielectric grease in there and seal it off. I think we're about to start sealing things off anyway. So we're about almost there. We're really almost there. We're about, I say 80% there. The other 20% will probably have to do with the handlebars and what have you and putting the struts on. So that should be no problem. Okay, I think it's done. It's a good deal now. All right, let's go and put our dielectric grease. Take out the cap. So the only thing about it is it's not really precise where you can go right into that tube area. So I'm going to try my best. Okay, let's see here. I really want to protect that guy. So I'm giving him a little bit generous glop, but more is not better, right? Sorry. but it will protect them from the moisture being open like that, you know. I think he's in there. He's just playing around with me though. Yeah, I think it's in there somewhat. See there? It's getting in there, but it's coming out back. It's getting in there, but it's coming out back. Alright, so there you go. Even got some of the paint, the grease. Golly, is this dielectric grease or silicone? It feels like silicone. Alright, there we go. Put some of this by this exposed area here. In fact, I could put the whole tube in there, really. Screw it in there. Alright, but we're just needing here and there, dabble it. We just want to cover all these terminals, really. So anything that where metal, it's bare metal and exposed without insulation, this is where our dielectric grease come into play. Give them a nice. Again, I wish I had the one with the angle tip where I can actually adjust or precisely. But this one actually serves for good when putting on big, huge terminals like these. So they work pretty well like this case. The other one's more precise. You can squeeze into the harness, you know. Squeeze into the little wire harness there. There we go. Look at that. Squeeze it right in there. I know I'm not trying to protect the nut or anything, but still want to make sure that it's a nice coat of dielectric. Then we'll put the cover over it. Hopefully the cover will stay on it. Ooh, that's a little too much. Alright, so that's a fair amount coat. Very fair amount. Okay, there we go. Let's put a cover over this guy. Get him over the top first. There we go. Fair amount of coat there. There we go. Bam. Now whether he stays on there, that's up to him on the coat part. Or maybe up to us. We can probably put a tie strap to condition it to be on there. It's great, this little coat here. I'm gonna get my finger dirty now. There we go. Give it a good coat there. I think we have a little bit left here. We can put it on our starter motor. Okay, let's see if I can reach the cap here. Pull the cap back. There we go. Might have to come from the other side, but we can get it. There we go. I'll have to get it from this side now. Put this dielectric grease down. Probably get it from this side, but a little bit harder. Okay, so let's see here. Any angle I can come, I'll come. Yep, this is good about dielectric grease. Is well, the big one here anyway now. Generous portion there. Alright, there we go. Take this out back. Okay, so I'm going to do is smear it. Can I smear it? I guess I can smear it with this hand, huh? Because I can't kind of work its way into the little other side of the connector ends. But everything else, it seems to be fine. Just protects it from moisture corroding it. That's all it really is. It's not really protecting the plastic, but the plastic happens to be there, so it's going to touch it eventually. Okay, so there you go. That's a pretty damn good portion there of that dielectric grease. Try to keep the plastic clean and clear, actually. Alright, so let's turn this guy around. Here, let me wipe his hands of that dielectric grease. I'm going to try wiping areas where it needs it on the terminals and stuff. Okay. Let me go and flip this guy around. Seal his boot back. Seal his fade back, huh? There we go. Nice and clean. I just don't want that electric grease exposed on the outside. It could stay all as one on the inside, but not the outside. So I'm gonna go and try to wipe it off the boot if it's in the outside anywhere. Hold the boot back so I can hold the boot from coming back. So when I wipe, I'm not wiping off the metal that we just spent a good generous portion on. Okay, there you go. I think it's that gives a good seal there. Okay, plenty of dielectric grease there, and that guy's in. Now we won't do the battery yet. The battery be last because we gotta put our seat on there. But where we're gonna go after is, I guess we could put dielectric grease on these guys as well. So let's go and get our tube there again. These guys are kind of funny. I wish I had that little small tube. I really do. It's so much cleaner to put that on there on the tube. In fact, can we use a silicone tube on this? We might. We cleaned the silicone tube already, didn't we? So a little silicone ain't gonna kill it or anything like that. So let's try the little silicone tube here. And the electric, what's great about it, it doesn't actually dry up like silicone. It just stays moist and greasy. Or it doesn't harden, you could say. All right, so here's our silicone here. Let me rub a little bit excessive piece there. A little bit of silicone on there ain't gonna kill us. Oh shit, it actually does, well, sort of. It does screw in. Look, I was able to use my silicone tubing. Perfect. Now it becomes a complete. Let me make sure I sealed it really well. Screw it in really good. All right, let me just set this down for a second here. What I'm gonna do is tighten this guy up here. So we're using our silicone tube, which we didn't use last time anyway, so it's clean still. Now is it stripping? Yeah, I think like it's free spinning now. It's not gonna spin anymore. So I think it might not be a good fit for it, or it might, I don't know. But let me just wipe this area clean. All right, now we can actually concentrate on getting that electric grease precisely. Hopefully it doesn't come off, right? Okay, here we go. We're gonna try squeeze it and have it precisely pump a little more like a funnel. Might be a lot of electric grease to fill that little funnel first. Now if I'm wrong, it's gonna create a huge mess. It's still not coming out. Let me poke it with my little trusty. I mean, I thought it was already open, right? Don't want any more excessive fiber in there. Might have been open. Oh damn. I'll be damned. There you go. Poke it through now. It should have no reason not to come out. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's what I want. Sorry. You guys can see it? There we go. This is one I want. It's like a cake design. Now I can use this one. I think this might work well. And we got plenty of dielectric grease. I wish they just provide you this little tube there like this, you know? There'd be more precision to get into this little crits area like this. Especially doing these kind of terminals. We'll put it right in there. Squeeze it. Generous portion there. Anything open? There we go. We got that there. We might even seal these guys off for future use maybe. But let's just go and work our way and try to get more of these guys in there. So it creates less of a mess and you're targeting exactly where you need it. Oh man, it's just hard to squeeze though, I'll be honest with you. That took me forever to squeeze that one out. Let me see if I squeeze it out first. And then put it in there. Golly, that thing's so hard to squeeze. Why? Does it clog up that quickly? Alright, so what I'll do is I'll have to probably... I think what it is because that stupid, what do you call that? They're pumping it out also. The silicone. So I'll have to keep pumping it out to get the silicone out. Yeah, the silicone is clogging it. So every time we pump it out, we bring a bit of that part of that silicone. Excuse me. We bring part of that silicone out, see? Now it's coming out. And now I can just put it, I'll just do it like this then, one by one. There we go, got some in there. Next, it's gotta give it a good squeeze though. This thing is not squeeze friendly, I'll be honest with you. It's only because some of that silicone needs to come out all the way. We should have cleaned it a little bit more thoroughly then before we put this in there, but it's in there now, so let me get this something. It's almost like cleaning your Canon for every shoot. That's so dumb. It's really retarded. Can't break all that silicone that's in there. There we go. It's coming faster and faster the more you break it. You can see this guy here is dripping a little bit. Clean him up, but before we clean him up, let's finish the ones that we're trying to get back at. There we go. Make sure it's flooding that terminal. There we go. Feel like it's coming more smoother now. Okay, last one here. Oh, good, we got it. Okay, I'm just poking it in, make sure it goes deep in there, not just on the surface. We want it to actually touch the wires. Okay, we'll even get this ground one too. We can squeeze. Golly, this guy is hard to squeeze. He doesn't come out easy, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I think a bit of him and silicone are coming out at the same time. That's probably what it is. Because the electric grease is not that strong. Okay, so let's clean up the Canon again. Things like this wear us out before we get to the final project. You can see how much detail is involved in doing this stuff. Fire in the hole. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Some of it's silicone, some of it's electric grease. Just a mix of everything, really. Look at that. I think this is all dielectric grease, so I don't want to waste it. But I need to put it in, right? I think this only tube that's going to be allowing me to do that, so I think it's kind of caked in there, huh? Okay, let's go and try it again. Might be not enough air pressure, maybe to force it. Look at that, we got bits of silicone coming back out, which is a good thing. Maybe it's forcing the silicone down or something, I don't know. There we go. Golly, hopefully it doesn't break the bottom here. Feels like it's squeezing toward the bottom. Oh my god! I feel like it, and it did. That is just some cheap stuff. That's how much pressure I put on. Oh man, I gotta probably transfer this into a reusable pint or something. That just sucks. What kind of? Look at that. The whole tube just fell out. I was wondering, wow, that feels like it's gonna burst from the bottom. And lo and behold, now this is not the electric grease that lasts you your whole project. So instead of me doing this way, I'm gonna have to figure out a way now to reuse this or pipe it back in cleanly. Okay, so that's a lot of dielectric grease gone to waste here. Alright, so let's see how we can do this. Open this guy up more. There we go. Let's fish him back in, huh? Put his mouth back in here. Oh, look at that. Oh man, why did you come out like that? Not bad. Look at that, we're reversing it. Almost like time lapse. Alright, we did it. So we're going to have to cap the other end. And we're probably going to have to use this to actually probe it in. Sad but true. We could probably get away with it. Got a little bit here. Put them on the deck table. Don't fall in the dirt. Alright, so here we go. We got this little stick here. Kind of shove it in there. Shove it around. Now we sort of have to paint. This thing is just messy. Okay, where else are we gonna do? This guy right here. The other ground tip that we can see. Anything sort of exposing, we'll try to cover it up. Alright. It doesn't really do any good for the insulator, but the actual exposed metal contact, yes. And that's what we're trying to do, is kind of cover it up. Let's see if I can just get these guys into threads here. Put a little silicone for future use. That's why these guys don't rust when we do need to use them. So it's okay. It's going to create a little bit messy, but that's the way it goes. Alright, so let me get this guy sort of cleaned up. I don't even know how to transfer them in a packet, to be honest with you. Maybe put them all in a big Ziploc, right? Yeah, that's what we'll probably do. We'll put them all in a big Ziploc. That way we'll at least preserve them to be able to use lights for all the other contacts. It's just a really big mess. I rather those small tubes. Much better. Don't go with the big one, you guys. I mean, especially for this one, the small tube, just like your blue Loctite, it's gonna last you forever anyway. Forever, but yeah, it's not really needed for these. I wish I got these guys in here before I actually put them in there, so I'm gonna try to kind of fill them around. I doubt that I'll be able to really get into the exposed area though, but it's okay, we tried. See this guy here. Get some to that. The rest is pretty much going to be our battery terminal and so forth. Okay, so that plenty of dielectric grease there. Probably want to put a cover on it soon. That's what we really want, put a cover on it. Wish there was a way to tie strap. Maybe we could. We can tie strap this forcefully down. The cover on it. So let's do that. Let's put a tie strap to cover it forcefully down. We'll have to use our big tie strap. I think it might be enough height and length, maybe. I think so. It should be able to wrap itself at least one time up. So let's try this one out. Horrible. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. Okay. Let's see me try to tie strap this guy now. All this prepping work here, building appetite now. It's almost lunchtime again. Okay, keep it consistent with our flow. Just gonna go straight for him. Only him. Maybe, barely made it. Barely made it. I'm not even sure I can still make it yet. Yeah, see that? If I do one click, it'll probably be it. There you go. That's one click right there. Push down. Bring it over. Alright. Now we can go further. Tugging war. This is GY6 1. That's cool. GY6 1. Or, I keep saying GY6. It's not GY6. There's just GY1. Oh, come on. Don't go anywhere. I need you to stay here with these guys. I think the rubber boot here is helping lock itself in the position. It's kind of smashing it, but smashing is better insulated than not having it there. Oh, okay. Kind of turn it the other way. Alright, so there you go. It's kind of locked in there, I guess. Not sure it can lock in there anymore. Let's see. Alright. Not bad. Keep them locked down, you know? I think this will hold as long as the rubber bites in and not let it go left or right. I think he would be fine. It's kind of smashed in there, I know. But it's better than having the dielectric grease eventually exposed. Back here, I should wipe it off now, or some of it. Because electric grease serves no good once dirt gets all around it. mainly for protection with moisture. Okay, get this guy out of the way. See a clean cut in this guy. There we go, fell loose. There we go. Make up your mind. Where did you want to go? Alright, so there we go. We got that guy kind of sealed off there. Looks pretty spiffy. My electric grease all over the rubber part. Clean it pretty well. This is pretty much the final tie down of everything here. Yeah, it's not going to hurt it or anything like that. Just hold the rubber boot. Got a tip there smushed in there. Good thing for us. Okay, so let's go back and now we can probably get started on, well, first of all, let me get a Ziploc for this guy. Totally forgot about him. Gotta get a Ziploc for him ASAP. Too bad I don't have one laying around. Alright, so we got the Ziploc. Let's go ahead and get the Ziploc on him. I'm not sure we can put the whole thing in there, Ziploc like this maybe, or we take out the front top. If we take out the front top, we could probably put a cap back on him and then use this guy as an open internal cap. Let me go and do that. Let's go find that cap. There we go. Alright, so what we'll do, it's gonna get pretty dirty. Put this in here, we'll twist it off. We'll just salvage what we can. We'll leave the cap in here. He's forever internal, buried with the body. Okay. Maybe we even stuff the cap in here, really. Cap didn't do us any good. Stuff, put his head in his you know what. There we go. Alright. That way we can salvage this bundle of compound. That was an interesting contraption. I guess you might not be able to use the one that doesn't squeeze out easily, or else it'll force the outside come in. Alright, I think it's sealed pretty good from dirt. We'll put that in our tool bin to be able to use next time for other things. So hopefully it stays safe in there, huh? I think it should be fine. Okay. Alright, now we can get started. We can unloosen this tie strap. Start where we are. We can clean this little rod here while it's still kind of moist. That way when it dries, it's not going to do any weird stuff to it. Shouldn't dry unless the only thing I can think of is some of that, what do you call that? The silicone. But that silicone was already dried anyway. And the electric grease will probably prevent it from corroding anyway, so it's a good thing for it to loop with the electric grease anyway. So that hurt it. Probably improve it. Nice. This rod comes really in hand for pulling things in and out. Okay, my hands feel very kind of greasy and sticky at the same time, so let me go and wash this out real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, just washed my hands, so let me just get that out of the way. It's better to work with some clean, dried hands than greasy hands in certain areas. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that little C-clamp now. Let me get the parts for it. There we go. Where's the other part? There we go. So these things shouldn't be hard, just slip right on. I got the camera in position here, you guys can see. Alright, so what we're thinking of is, first of all, gotta cut that tie strap. These guys on here. They're ready to roll almost. Just got a few more things. Got the right socket for it. Then we got to also get the socket for the other one as well. So then they're always all set. Those guys are nice and shiny. Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta cut the tie strap. Wondering what I was doing. There we go, now let it fall. I tried to get a little piece of hair too, but I think this was more like dirt and stuff, so I just kind of cleaned it. I didn't want to spray it. I could have sprayed it, get it really black, but it's okay. Talking about the little lower right here, little spaticle. I could easily just spray it still, but I think it's fine for right now. In fact, here I'll spray it just to show you guys. I think it's pretty clean. We can spray it now. I think I probably stopped spraying because I wasn't sure when it's going to be ready. So all you gotta do is put a cardboard behind here, maybe cover this guy up for a little bit of masking tape, and we can give it a good spray. I like this spray better than the enamel one. For one thing, it just seems like it goes on a little bit more easier. There we go. That's it, and then we'll get something sort of plastic in the back. Just spray it everywhere. And it dries really fast, probably 15 minutes. So let's see if I can show you guys. Take this here, just cover everything up. You can probably even post and hold it really. This thing doesn't pull on you. One can hold, one can spray. That's what we'll probably do. There we go. One can hold, one can spray. So this is it. I learned now to do a little light glaze like this and let it rest. See that glaze right there? I didn't do another one yet, but here we go. Another one. Now see, this one started filling the little more dripping mark. There we go. This one's a little too close. This one's perfect. This one's too close. You can see when it's too close, it kind of gets a little bit more wetness. There we go. Just wait for a second. Don't rush it. Making sure you can go even higher. Get these guys in the top corner. If you spray these both, it's not going to kill you or anything like that. Like right there, maybe. Get on the side of him too. But I don't see. There we go. I rushed that one and did it twice too fast. So there we go. See, kind of finally came back in that one. So that's how you would normally spray. Now I got a little bit of my finger here, but I didn't have to. Now I'm angling it downward because I don't want to go shoot upward because there's no any protection here downward. So that's it. That's how you would spray and try to get that out of the way. I could probably start targeting these guys to the very bottom here. Let's see if I can do it. See this little. You guys can't see it, but I can. Let's see if I can tilt it. You see there? Little sort of. Again, I think these are washable, sort of. So you gotta be careful of confusing from dirt from actual paint that's not sticking. See this one here? Look. I want to take a little shop rag first, wipe it clean before I start. But yeah, this guy's ready. See, it's not gonna drip anymore. That was really it. I got a little bit on there, but that's okay. That's internal. But let me see if I can wipe these guys out. Maybe I can. This has a little bit of electric grease on there, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, see there? I could probably give him another quick spray on this guy too. I wasn't planning to do any spray work, but since we're already here, might as well, right? So what I'll do is still protect this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy a spray from internal. Okay, forcing it down. There we go. See that? Oh, got built up a little too much there. You have more control with this can. Like, you see how close I am to the wires. I really didn't do that much splat on those guys, so let's get there. There we go. I'm really going for it again. Alright, so that's actually a second coat, which you're normally supposed to do that way. So that was good. Yeah, we made it even more darker, more nicer. So there we go, that was it. So you got a little bit on the wires here, little splat marks even there, right there. But those guys can be, you know what I mean, they're okay. You can even, if you really get annoyed by it, you can get a little bit of throttle cleaner and clean it, but I think we're fine. Okay, without further ado, We do need to start thinking about clamping this down, but since I just sprayed it, we're gonna have to wait till at least a couple minutes or 5 minutes at least minimum before it makes sure that I don't even want to touch it. The minute you touch it, a whole new can of worms open up. So we'll wait. In the meantime, let's see what we can think of doing right now. That way we don't waste our time. I was really thinking about putting the JB Weld ahead of time. The reason why is these guys are definitely going to be mounted as furthest back as possible. But see, they're going to be like this right here, furthest back as possible, right? I turned it. So they're going to be furthest back as possible, and without anything forcing it, it might put less pressure. But again, when we start forcing and mounting it back, it's going to put the same amount of pressure than when we just had a cured JB Weld. So I was thinking saving that part for when we actually mount all our ram mount and everything on here right now, and then when we clamp it with JB Weld, we're not, you know, unnaturally forcing it again. So I'd rather force it one time before the JB Weld cures. So that's why I'm waiting on the mirrors as well as the cup holder and everything. Rearrange exactly the way we want it to. We'll probably even wait till we get the blue NCY big clamp to put on there. That way we can have it all ready. Now the wiring here, I was thinking of investigating it. So there's 4 wires here. We know which one pulls from the trigger wire. I believe, I can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. But we know that these things are, you know, we can modify them. The ground wire might be the ground wire, same. But there's other ones too that we need to modify to get this guy to be a kill switch for us. Kill switch. So he's like 3 levels there. Kill switch and so forth. Now the high beam switch didn't work. That kind of gets me. But I'm hoping when the engine start, the toggle high beam should work again. The toggle high beam should work regardless though. Without this engine being on, if I remember last. But it didn't work this time for us. I'm not sure. Maybe the battery's too low. Maybe it has a safety voltage of 13 volts before it to allow you to do funky stuff like that. I don't know. In fact, you know, we can probably... very close call though. I mean, I'd rather dab it than hit it with paint. So let me see if I can dab it. What I'll do is spray a little bit onto these guys here. There we go, built it up already. And let's go and dab it, shall we? We get a little bit on the plastic, it's not a big deal. There we go, look at that. Look at that. It's creating a little ripple mark, so I want to move that out of the way. Ooh. More mess than I really wanted myself to get into right now. But it's black on black, so it's not too bad. Now this guy right here, you can use a little bit of black covering. There we go. Not sure it's better than... Now it looks like... Now it looks like we have a smudge of black paint. Wasn't shiny as before. Might not have been a good trade-off here, but we'll see. There we go. Look at that one right there. Okay. Ew, that didn't look too good. God, I'm not sure if I've been worse or off or what. Now we have look like smudge marks, really. But we could probably maybe buff it out a little bit once it dries up. No, don't touch it no more. Things I do. Dang, I'm almost tempted to cover it up, give it a good... But I know it won't blend in nicely as it would, so I better stop while I'm ahead a little bit on this guy. All it was trying to fix this guy, and I went to dabble everywhere else, right? Yeah, I think hopefully we can buff it out a little bit. Maybe. It's plastic, so I'm not sure what kind of buffering we can do. And it doesn't have a clear coat, it's just a one coat setup. Yeah, it just looks like a mechanic's hand just went smudging all over it. That's just so nasty. But unfortunately, we already did it. But, oh, there is a resolution. I totally forgot about this guy. Kid you not. Throttle air part cleaner. Harsh on your paint, but on newly paint, we might be able to get it off. So let's try it. Well, what I'll do is I'll spray lightly onto the cloth. Okay, there we go. See that? So there is resolution. See that? Wax on, wax off, Danielson. See that? I'm gonna try to work my way. See that? Keeping. Hopefully the integrity of the new painted area. Now I know we did something here too, so it's gonna show back, unfortunately. But I'd rather have it show back than a whole bunch of mechanic hands on there. See that? There we go. Who got back? Oh boy. What I do to kill time, huh? All right, there we go. Nice. Now it looks like a mechanic's hand's wiped off. When I say mechanic hand's my hand, really. There it goes. So you got the unwanted paint back off. Be careful, you leave it on too long, it starts peeling everything else. And that thing worked magic on peeling or helping that white spot in the back of the tank there remove. Remember, I just soaked it up, left it there. It peeled off like it was a sticker. What's this? Need another washer? There goes another washer. If I had a choice, I would replace this with black too, but I don't think it's that bad actually. See, it's so deep in there that it reflects black onto the chrome. But this one, that wasn't deep enough for it to create that effect, so we replaced that one. All right, so this one's good to go. I think that guy's right here is dry already. So probably get started now. Let's do it. Let's get back to the washer. Yeah, we're gonna have to swap this out for another hard case. This thing is just like cracked. Didn't do a job. Okay. Oh. Alrighty, so here we go. Well, before we even touch that, let's just do a little dabble test somewhere in the corner where it's not noticeable. See, it's dry. Shouldn't be doing this, but it's dry. Alright, so we'll just go as we go. So we can take this off. It's gonna have a few maybe, or not.